Super Lucky Disaster Man. Chapter 12, Insurance Company Comes Knock on the Door. Although going as a pair sounds nice, but Komaeda Nagito has never been too willing to actively involve others in his own misfortune, unless he has a purpose. Therefore, who to choose is the question. Komaeda Nagito temporarily put this aside, then as usual started doing homework, finished writing the assignment, then decided to read a book. Ah, I forgot it in Yokohama, what a misfortune. Yesterday, because of the incident on the road, moreover waiting for the cat's owner, those series of events, he became very tired after finishing homework, that's why he fell asleep after bathing. It's until today that he realized that he did not bring the book he wanted to read back to Tokyo. This kind of life running back and forth is very inconvenient, but Komaeda Nagito learned it since childhood, and is already used to it. In elementary school, Komaeda Nagito's father was transferred to Yokohama. Usually to this kind of work change, it is relatively normal for the whole family to rent a house in Yokohama. Compared to buying a house, renting a house is more suitable to frequently transferred. After all, you can't buy a house every time you have a work transfer, right? If you have that much money, then why do you need such troublesome work? In short, although Komaeda's father rents a suitable house for the family to live in Yokohama, but because Yokohama has always been particularly chaotic, for safety, Komaeda's father makes the mother and son live in the rent house in Tokyo, but go to Yokohama for family reunion on days off. Komaeda Nagito's elementary school is Taitang Elementary School, therefore after his parents passed away, he also did not consider transferring or anything like that, studying from Taitang Elementary School all the way Taitang Junior High School, and wait until his third year ends, then he will come to Taitang High School. Just happened at the time his parents died, the landlord in Yokohama saw how the situation in Yokohama was not good, people died every day, so he resolutely sold the house to Komaeda Nagito, so he inherited the habit of returning to Yokohama every weekend. A child living alone is obviously not too suitable for minor laws, but the relatives who were responsible for Komaeda Nagito's guardianship were really afraid of the misfortunes that happened around Komaeda Nagito, and were not willing to come close to take care of him. Fortunately, Komaeda Nagito does not care whether he has the so-called guardians or not, so Komaeda Nagito guarantees that no one will come find the relative because of guardianship problems, and the relative will not interfere in any way with Komaeda Nagito, especially with his property. They will come to each other's door for help only if they need it, both sides just maintain a tactic distance like that. But it is different over in Tokyo. The landlord will not easily sell the house, because accidents frequently occurred in the house while Komaeda Nagito was renting. Neighbors often complained, forcing him to move houses frequently. Family's belongings that were filled with memories, due to all kinds of accidents, did not remain much. He is used to this kind of thing. It becomes easier and easier for Komaeda Nagito to move. Until this time, when he moved next to Ayatsuji Yukito's office, he only drove a car. There was enough space for the luggage to be in the trunk and the back seat. At that time, just happened to stand by the window to look outside. Ayatsuji Yukito was rarely seen, stunned. Now, after discovering that he forgot his book in Yokohama, and all the books in Tokyo were destroyed from the previous fire, Komaeda Nagito thought for a moment, seeing that it's still early, the bookstore he knew should still open, so he decided to go out to stroll the bookstore. As he put on the shoes, opened the door, and immediately discovered a black-clothed man standing right outside, wearing sunglasses. Any way you look at it is obviously a person not easy to provoke. This man wearing sunglasses was about to raise his hand to press the doorbell. Komaeda Nagito suddenly opened the door and startled him. The sunglasses on his nose could be seen jumping a little. "Hello." Komaeda Nagito sized him up a little, revealed a polite smile. "Are you looking for me?" The sunglasses man urgently pushed the sunglasses. "Good evening, I am a member of the Tei Corporation, coming here to find Mr. Komaeda to discuss with you about the matter with the insurance. Can I borrow you for a moment?" Tei Corporation, Japan ranked in the top 3 financial groups. Everyone knows that cutting chives is the thing that all capitalists love to do. Doing insurance, this kind of business, is naturally a part of it. Komaeda Nagito buys more than half of his insurance here. Regretfully, Komaeda Nagito is not a chive that treats money like trash as they have imagined. From the various data, it just seems like Tei Insurance Company is using the cut chives to raise Komaeda Nagito. He gets into trouble so often that the individual who first promoted the insurance policy to his family has admitted their mistake, resigned, and permanently left the insurance industry. This sunglasses man who knocked the door looked very nervous. He looked through all of Komaeda Nagito's information. Moreover, he crazily cursed that senior who had forever left the insurance industry in his heart non-stop. If he had not sold the insurance to the Komaeda family, the company would not have needed to compensate so much. If the company had not compensated so much, then they would not have let him go out to tame this problematic character. But rationally, the sunglasses man also knows, this is not the senior's mistake at all, just simply because Komaeda Nagito, this person, is too evil. Just take this kidnapping insurance policy. First, the insurance fee is not cheap, even when the person directly buy it to 50 years old. This is the cut chive's first step. To stand such a high insurance price to buy a kidnapping policy means that their living environment is relatively dangerous. This person may not even lived until 50 years old and is killed in one of the kidnapping cases. Wouldn't that mean the insurance company has a stable earning? Next, kidnapping this kind of thing would not necessarily happen every year. A person getting kidnapped 2 to 3 times a year would already count as a lot. After all, a person who has a high risk of danger would certainly also have safety consciousness. They will have bodyguards and things like that, so the danger will decrease. And the insurance company will take the money from those who buy directly to 50 years old to do investment or something. The earned income is enough to compensate. Of course, these chives cannot be cut too clearly. If the chives saw that the money it spent was not worth it, then they will not buy the insurance. Therefore, in the quota, the insurance company was very generous. The most special part is that the first time kidnapped every year is the amount on the quota, double the second time, triple the third time. In short, based on a complex formula, it's until the first 4 kidnapped. No more than 5 kidnapped case, this type of analogy. When they pushed out this insurance, it's only a number. When they began to pay for Komaeda Nagito, every time it was a case of failure to write into the company's humiliation pillar. At this moment, the sunglasses man is here to give this legacy's problem an end. Komaeda Nagito knows to listen and give up the plan to go out, inviting the sunglasses man to enter the living room. The sunglasses man sat at the opposite table, putting a pile of documents on the table. Komaeda Nagito looked at this thick stack of papers, and asked, "Let me ask you this for now, is your company planning to persuade me to cancel the contract?" "Of course not." The sunglasses man took a deep breath. "To tell the truth, it's because you were kidnapped 3 times in less than half a year, which is a bit too shocking, so the company sent me to understand the situation. In fact, the shocking thing is not that you were kidnapped 3 times in a year, but that this situation is because of the contract compensation amount. It's really too shocking. It's almost that time every half year where they have to go to the headquarters to conduct a staff meeting, and this performance is really terrible. And the compensation amount is too large, they can't hide nor can they pretend it's a mistake. If this report is handed over, they will definitely be scolded by the superiors until they spit blood, and even a few individuals will be fired. Understand the situation?" Komaeda Nagito revealed a confused expression. "I thought I presented the documents very clearly." "That's right, very clear." The sunglasses man cursed silently. They can see that the person who handed over the documents was very experienced. It wasn't the first time. They couldn't point out any wrong even if they wanted to, otherwise why would the company be so sad? It's because if this continues, they would have to spend a huge sum of money. If they want to avoid this sum of money, according to the company's experience, it's actually possible to think of a way to prove that the kidnapping was self-directed and self-acted, so not only can they avoid compensation, but they can also charge the party involved a sum of money. Of course, for the company's honor, they at most will just take existence of self-directed and self-acted suspicions, evidence here, as a refusal, and won't really let others take the money. When ordinary people see evidence, although they will feel wronged, nothing much will come out of it. At most they will resent it with other people, going online to complain, then endure, because they do not have time to play this game with the insurance company. For a business giant like the Tei Corporation, they very rarely use this kind of method, because they easily have the money to compensate from the start, unless they encounter Komaeda Nagito, this kind of situation. But when they really encountered Komaeda Nagito, Tei Insurance Company did not dare to use this kind of method. Not that they discovered their conscience, but because they have tried it, the result is that all related staff are as if they were cursed. Consecutively incidents happened. Some people go to hospital, some go to jail, everyone has such a bright future. Because the sunglasses man also know those people's ending, it could be the company inside rumor. That's why he is so careful towards the Komaeda Nagito, who is 20 years younger than himself, afraid that if he says something wrong, and make this cursed teenager angry, causing him to also go earn a sum of insurance fee. Therefore, facing Komaeda Nagito's gentle tone of doubt, the sunglasses man bring up 120,000% spirit, consider each word and sentence to answer. The third kidnapping case is criminal. There are ones who dies, the ones who are alive is in the hands of the port mafia. For how you escape from these people this matter. In the documents you submit there are still some suspicious points. This is really nitpicking. The truth is that he was kidnapped, so he should get the compensation. They don't need to care how he escaped alive. No matter how he listens to it, it sounds like they're implying that Komaeda Nagito and the kidnappers colluded together. But the sunglasses man do not hope Komaeda Nagito have this misunderstanding, so he hurriedly explained, "Of course, we are not suspecting you, it's just that the scene was blocked by the port mafia. The Yokohama police on the other side also do not have any information. We need some time to confirm this. Just give us another month of time. We are also just being careful, no other intention." That's right. The sunglasses man's purpose is very low. He is just the company representative, hoping this big boss would let them go, at least to make the performance of the first half year seem a little better, because that accursed insurance contract has a set time for compensation. If based on the terms of contract, the first half of the year's performance is absolutely finished. What? You say this is just covering the ears and eyes. If they change to the last 6 months of the year, the same performance will still be terrible. There's no difference? Then you do not understand. What if Komaeda Nagito was kidnapped for the 4th time in the last 6 months of the year? What to do then? Doesn't that mean that a whole year's performance is rotten? In this way, at least the first half of the year's performance is still good. Not only will the person in charge of this insurance group not abandon their job because of this, they will lack a scolding in the headquarters' meeting. Isn't this significantly better? Moreover, perhaps the person in charge of this insurance will be transferred to other places in the last 6 months of the year. At that time this hot potato will be given to other people. This is a really beautiful thought. The superiors will not be scolded out of nowhere, their subordinates can also live a little better. Therefore, this dangerous-looking figure, who will make even Ayatsuki Yukito automatically avoid when seen on the road, at this moment sitting opposite of Komaeda Nagito, sincerely lowered himself, forehead close to the ground. "Please sir, please give us a month's time, Mr. Komaeda." "Oh." Komaeda Nagito sighed, "You really don't need to be like this, please stand up." "No. Actually I can roughly guess the reason for this request." Komaeda Nagito interrupted the sunglasses men, expression bored, and said, "Although I don't care whether I have this compensation money or not, there is no good thing for me to agree with you, moreover wanting me to accept this because of your incompetence. This request is truly draining, I can't believe you can even say it. Moreover, if he easily agrees to this kind of thing, he is afraid that it will leave the insurance company a wrong impression. There will be more trouble in the future. Any way you look at it, it's better to do everything orderly." The sunglasses man has no words to say, because what Komaeda Nagito said are all correct. This is considered rejection. No, he should try to fight for a bit more, otherwise when his superiors ask what did he said, and after he explains everything. Superior, just this? After that he must be fired. To be honest, he faintly feels, putting himself in this matter, isn't that means he's going to be shunned by his colleagues? This is really wasted effort. Just as the sunglasses man is wondering if it's better to be sitting up and observing the other's expression as they talk, or if it's better to continue maintaining this full of sincerity posture while talking, his phone suddenly vibrates. The room was so quiet, Komaeda Nagito also heard it, and said, "You answer the phone first, don't mind me." The sunglasses man hesitated for a second, afraid that the superior was looking for him for something, and could only obediently sit up straight, taking out his cell phone and glancing at the display. It was really his superior. The sunglasses man immediately looked apologetically towards Komaeda Nagito. "Sorry, I'll answer the phone." Komaeda Nagito stood up. "I'll go to the kitchen and take a look." Actually, there was nothing to do. He didn't boil water to make coffee and tea or anything. He helped the guest and himself a cup of water, saying that going to the kitchen was giving the other party an excuse. However, this room in the kitchen is half open. Even if Komaeda Nagito stays in the kitchen, he can still hear the sunglasses man on the phone in the living room, a constant sound of yes yes yes. "Yes, yes, I'm in that special customer's place, right? Ah. That event, this, I only found two. I only know a couple of people who are forced to go gambling to pay debts. There is one suitable person who intentionally killed his wife for the money, but he went to prison. All others who fit the criteria have already been put in a list and submitted several times already. You still want new?" "But, what?" "The two people I submitted, one had killed a person, they also went to prison today." Yes, I will try my best to find new people to supplement." Sigh. After waiting for a while, Komaeda Nagito returned to the living room. The sunglasses man's eyes can be seen to be a little tired. "Work is hard," Komaeda Nagito said politely. The sunglasses man coughed, although wanting to agree, but also did not dare to say anything bad about the company or superiors in front of the customer, so he can only vaguely say, "It's okay. Thank you for your concern." But Komaeda Nagito's purpose is not to comfort him. He feels really interested in the topic the sunglasses man and his superiors were talking about. "First, I have to apologize. The soundproofing is not very good here. I heard your conversation." Komaeda Nagito smiled and asked, "So the next question may be a little offensive. May I ask, Yaoi Corporation is searching for people who are in deep despair to conduct some dangerous activities. This rumor, is it true?" The sunglasses man blinked alertly. "Although I do not know where you heard it, but this kind of rumor is obviously false." "Ah, actually, I know someone from the port mafia," Komaeda Nagito said. The sunglasses man. "So this rumor is indeed true." Komaeda Nagito concluded, "If it is false, you should first doubt whether I am really acquainted with the port mafia, because the port mafia is incapable of saying this kind of baseless words to me, and not showing this kind of expression. That means he feels that it's not strange for the port mafia to know this kind of thing." The sunglasses man is really confused. "So it is really a port mafia member who told you?" "No, I only said I know someone from the port mafia. The rumor is heard from other places." Komaeda Nagito honestly said, "It was only a test just now." He doesn't need to lie when dealing with this kind of person. Originally, if the sunglasses man does not react, the next step Komaeda Nagito is prepared to say that the port mafia member told him the information as a test. The sunglasses man is speechless. "Why do you need to know this? Those are all scoundrels, the bottom layer of society, together with the group of poor ghosts who, in order to catch the last ray of hope, will gamble with all they have to participate in this kind of activities. The only one who benefits from this is the underworld gambling ship. This kind of thing should not be something this youth should touch. I ask this because I want to know if I can participate in this activity once." When Komaeda Nagito hears the word hope, his gaze becomes scary. "A place filled with despair. I really want to go take a look." Chapter 12 End. Author's note. The Sunglasses Man and Yaoi Corporation in this series is from Kaiji Japanese manga. It doesn't matter if you haven't seen it. Anyway, Jin Jiang, the website, does not allow me to write the original plot. The key word here is gambling ship. Remember that Dazai had said he needs to talk cooperation with this group. He.